That being said, like diving a little bit deeper into it, like your lyricism was one thing that kind of like it tapped in with me particularly, because I don't know too many people that are rapping like you, where it's just kind of like the punchlines are heavy, like it's like heavy, like right hook punchlines. And, first off, like I wanted to kind of know your process behind how you go about writing. Like, are you writing on paper?
So my first, like in the SoundCloud era, when I was dropping music, everything I'd write on my phone. I'd be like at my little job or whatever, and I'd just listen to YouTube beats, and, like write on my phone. Now that I have my own like studio set up, like I just do the punching. But like I don't even make music like I make music a lot. Like for a few weeks I'll make like 2 weeks I'll make like 20 songs, and then like for a few weeks I won't make anything, just because like when I make music it's based off of my life. So like if nothing is really popping, like I'll just sit there, I'll try to make some, but like I just don't fuck with it because I'm just saying like random shit, you know. But, like if something like if fucking me and one of my girls just broke up or something, like, I'll make a fire ass track.
There you go.
Like that's why I think separates me from a lot of people, because I've seen people deal with shit and they're in the studio and they're dealing with shit and like they'll fold, you know, like they won't even get to work. But like for me, if I'm dealing with any shit, the first thing I'll do, I'll take that shit and go straight to the mic. Because that's when I feel like you make your best.
You put it in the music.
Yeah, your best music.
I find that so many of the greats, like I won't even try, like the greats put, like they take their pain or their whatever is going on in their life at that moment and they put it into the music. We watched like it was just literally the Kanye doc that had just dropped. You're watching, you know, they're punching in, putting their how they feel in that moment onto the record. However they're feeling or whatever's going on in their life, whether it's, you know, Jamie Foxx, Kanye, any of the greats that were in that entire documentary. It's you know, putting that emotion onto paper. And some people, you know, go into the studio and they'll kick rocks for 2 hours before they come up with an idea and then put it on, and the engineer is the one at the end of the day doing most of the work, you know, clipping your clipping your vocals, trying to get it sounding right. And on like a case like yours where, you know,
it's the same as like people writing a book. Like I could probably guarantee there's nobody who ever wrote a book just off like imagination. Like there had to be something that like influenced like what they're writing, you know?
Right.
And like that's, you want to get a message, even though I'm talking about like fucking bitches and turning up and shit, I still try to make it in the most creative way. Right. Where like I'm not just sitting here rhyming bottles with models and shit like
most
that. You know? I try to make it in the most. I'll put down a bar and like I always try to put down the second bar I think of, not the first.
Got you.
The first won't be like, you know, the first is the first thing you think of, what somebody else might think of. So I try to do the second thing I think of.
That's good.
You know. That's what I try to do.
That's an interesting way of kind of going about writing, because I know some people that will like, you know, they're only writing verses, they're not touching the hook until after. Some people that are punching in with the hook and then fill the verse in after. But I guess you're approaching it in a different way where you're not looking at what somebody's probably going to think you're going to say, but you know, you're kind of, I fuck with that. I respect that. It's an interesting way. I find that as a creative, everybody's got their own way of, you know.
I'll know from like the first bar. Like if I pull up a beat, if I think of the first bar like and it's super fire, like off top, then I know like I can make a track out of it. If I can't come up with a good first bar, I will just go to the next beat.
So you're not forcing anything.
No, I'm not forcing nothing at all.
I know a lot of people that'll try to force it, and it's like, yo, like, why don't do this to yourself? This is supposed to be fun. That's
what I mean. A lot of people, when people say, oh, they're in the studio working, for me, I've never seen it as work. I'm having fun every time I do it. It's not work at all for me.
For sure.
Bitch, ask me what my name is. What the fuck you talking about? Bitch, you know who the fuck I am.